Bridget Mackay. I'm an attorney. I work in the area of estate planning, probate, and elder law. And you're seeing one of my video blogs. The topic today is going to be what happens if I have a will, but I'm not married and I don't have children. So that question comes from my illustrious legal assistant, Chris, that he was wondering after doing some of these video blogs, what happens to a single person who doesn't have children, who dies and has stuff, a house, bank accounts, stock accounts. What happens to their things when they have a will? Well, hopefully, when they've drafted their will, they have named who they want their things to go to. And it could really be anybody. Single people can give it to charities. They can give their assets to nieces and nephews. They could give their assets to friends. And it's pretty common to see single folks who don't have kids have a long line of beneficiaries for their assets. So if a single person died and left assets to several people, then all of those people would be noticed in the probate when the will goes to court. The executor would be required to notice everybody who's named in the will that this person has died and you're named in the will. So if you happen to be one of those lucky people who gets an inheritance from someone, a friend, that you didn't expect, then you would have been noticed about it. If you are a single person and you have all that stuff and you die without a will, and you're not married, and you don't have children, then your stuff will transfer by what's called intestate succession. And that's basically the court will look to the law, which says if you're not married and you don't have kids, then all your stuff goes to your parents. If your parents are not alive, then all your stuff goes to the issue of your parents, so your brothers and sisters. If brothers and sisters are not alive, and they leave children, that it could possibly go to those children. If that's not the case, then it goes up to grandparents' issues. So we look at who your grandparents are and who's alive off of those branches of the family, and your estate gets distributed amongst those people. So I have seen, and it's not uncommon to have a single person not having children, their stuff getting transferred to second, third cousins that they may have never known. So that's what happens if you're not married and you don't have children, and you either do have a will. You can determine where your stuff goes, but if you don't have a will, then the state of California rules of intestate succession are going to determine where your assets go at your death.